Hi everyone, it's Safety Tip Saturday. Welcome to Krazy Krafty Idea Lady number 4. Well, today's Saturday and it's Safety Tip Saturday, so guess what we get to do? We get to post safety tips. This Saturday's safety tips are very, very easy and unique. And it's a crazy way I'm going to bring them to you too. I was going to do peanut butter pops, but my hand hurts. And then I was going to show you how to make, turn normal Grand's biscuits into a delicious treat, breakfast treat. What you do is you put butter, you warm butter up, or you just let it set out for a couple of hours. And then you put it all over an area where you're going to be cooking, or where you're going to be doing. You want it cleaned. Okay. And you want to mush the peanut butter chips and the chips and everything and the biscuits. And I was going to show you how to all do that and have my husband do it. But my husband's not here. He had to go help some people, some friends of his. So I'm stuck doing it myself. And so Safety Tip Saturday is what I have to do today. So, safety tips are, now you're going to be driving and you don't want to be driving drunk. Please pay attention to the road because your family and friends are kind of counting on you to get home safely. Kind of, sort of, just a little bit. They kind of like you for some reason. They think you're kind of special and they kind of want you to get home safely. Well, guess what? So do we here at Krazy Krafty Idea Lady. We think you're just as special, too, and we want to make sure you get home safe, too. So if you're going to drink and stuff, make sure that you have somebody who can drive, okay? It's okay to give them the wheel so you can get drunk as you want. Just make sure that you're in the back seat so you won't interfere with them driving, okay? So it's not to say not drink, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be safe and smart about it, because you got family and friends who think a lot about you. And they just kind of want to see you home. And they want to see you this holiday. And they want to see you on your birthday and your next holiday too. So for safety tip number 1 is don't drink and don't do drugs and don't be high behind the wheel. Okay? Just be safe. And that's just because your friends and family and us here at Krazy Krafty Idea Lady love you and we think you're special and unique, okay? May not know you, but hey, you're here on this planet. You're beloved too. You have a special, unique way. Show it. Okay, so Krazy Krafty Idea tip number 2 is when you're doing something and you're not awake, be careful because you might hurt yourself. Okay, so when you got hurt fingers, safety tip, yet follow directions. Because I keep re-injuring my finger. I'm not supposed to do anything with it. Not easy when it's your right hand. You're right-handed. Try opening a doorknob. Wrap your finger up like this and try opening a doorknob with your whole hand. Try grabbing a coffee cup. Opening a cupboard. Opening the refrigerator. Ay. Safety tip. When you got an injury, make sure you take extra care of it, doctor it, and do what you're supposed to do with it, okay? And here's another safety tip. If you have animals, they don't go on the stove or on the counter. They have a habit of hitting the burners. So let's go check this out for a little bit, okay? Let's go see what I'm talking about, because we had a cat do that earlier, and he just wound up, well, it's on my Facebook page, okay? I have a Krazy Krafty Idea Lady on my Facebook page. Okay, I'm going to try and turn this around, or show you just like this. I don't know how to turn that around yet. I'm still learning this, by the way. You see this counter? Now, cats really like to get up on counters here. Okay? And they will jump up. And then they will climb over. And then look what's below. Now look how easy some of these are. Now this you have to push in. But my cats have been known to do just that. Just to do this. See? That's dangerous. We can't do that, people. The animals do not belong on kitchen counters. There's another reason why this safety tip is very important. Cats do not need to be on kitchen counters. Okay, we love our babies. Sometimes we will feed them up here, but it's not really safe to do. Okay, especially when you got items like this in this container. You see the container? You see that? You got items in here that if you're not careful, your cat can land on. Do this. It's a little trick I learned. If it pokes your underside here and it kind of goes, ouch. Upside down with the tip. Handle over. So you want upside down and over. Okay? These, not good. There are ways that we can keep these safe. Okay? Do you have corks at home? Put a cork on each tip. It'll help keep them sharp, but it'll also help keep your animals from getting poked. Okay? If you don't have corks, turn them upside down again, straight in and over. You don't want them landing on the handle either. Okay? You don't want this in there because this can hurt your cat too, or if you have a ferret or whatever and they like to get up here, this can hurt them too. Okay, so you don't want that up there at all. This can really hurt them. Okay, so we put this down and this goes in our drawer. Okay, we want to make sure that it goes in the drawer and it's in there securely. The reason being is we don't want that to hurt the cats too. So, go over these carefully because sometimes you don't think about these. Well, the edges of these can be sharp. The tips of these right here, you see that? I don't know if you see that. That's really thin. And they can be kind of sharp at times. If they're poked up, they can really hurt your cat. These don't need to go in your drawer either. It's because if you got cats, they're going to jump up here. You just got to make sure that there's nothing up here that they can get into or that can hurt themselves. Okay, so safety tip Saturday is let's keep our animals safe on our counters, okay? And there's one other thing that we have on our counters. I don't have it in my home because I have cats. And I'm allergic to the pollen, but I'm not that allergic to it that it's going to cause me to have an asthma attack or an emphysema attack. Okay? Poinsettias. They are toxic to kids, animals, especially young kids. They can be very harmful. They can make them very sick when ingested, when they eat them. Well, to cats, sometimes they're pretty, but they smell so good. So be careful of the plants you have around the house around Christmas time. Make sure they are pet friendly. Okay? If you have plants that you have around the house that you want to keep your cats away from, get live catnip. Fresh live catnip and grow it in an area. Bring it out in little places away from where you want your cats. Don't put too much out because you don't want to make your cats have a hard time. Now, when we're cleaning with things, and sometimes it's holiday season, we use a lot of vinegar for a lot of stuff, okay? Easter, we do too. We use a lot of vinegar for Easter. So, for vinegar tips around pets, this is a Safety Tip Saturday. So, for Safety Tip Saturday, number 3 is that we make sure that our items that we have around the house are safe for our animals to have. Like, we don't want to have things that's going to hurt them or harm them. We don't want to have things like that that's going to be there. We don't want them on the stove. So we kind of want to put catnip in places that will keep them away from there. And with vinegar, it kind of attracts them sometimes. But it's the smell of vinegar that can be really harmful for your cats. And the harm I am meaning is this, is that cats are really highly susceptible to the potency of the vinegar. It by itself can make the cat stop breathing and catch their breath. This can harm the cat, its lungs, its throat, and it can cause it to burn and kill the cat. So you want to dilute it like a lot, like only 10% vinegar. It's not going to work. So don't use vinegar too much if you have cats. Find a pet-friendly, yeah, there are pet-friendly, cat-friendly ways of cleaning and using your items. So if you're going to use vinegar in a lot of it, make sure your cats aren't around you so that way they don't get harmed from your vinegar. Even, and this is something my husband did not know, okay, and it's why I keep my vinegar locked. Now this is all scratched up, okay, this is from the cats trying to get in there. That's why I have this on it, because it's got a lot of smelly goods and they kind of want to get into the smelly goods. So everybody thinks that even this apple vinegar, that even apple vinegar is okay to use around the animals. Open it up and take a good whiff. Whoa! Now your lungs are at least 3 times bigger than your cat's. And if that did that to you, imagine what it can do to them. It will take their breath and cause their lungs to collapse, and it can cause a lot of harm. So, vinegar is not good to have around pets, okay? It's not really good for your kids to ingest whole like this too. So if you have kids and cats and young pets or whatever that you have not trained to stay out of your cupboards or off your counters, make sure you keep this stuff locked up, okay? There are kid and pet safe ways to locking up your cabinets. My cats cannot work a bungee cord. Kids can. They have hands that they can use to open this with. Just because you think you have it all secured, okay, just because you think you have it all secured does not mean your kids can't get into it. Kids are sneaky. So, this holiday season, let's stay safe. Let's keep the cleaners and chemicals in places that, and stuff that can cause harm to our kids. Let's keep them safe and up and out of reach. There are kid safety locks, and there is a way I found to keep my kids out of the cabinets when I didn't want them in them. I talked to my landlord and told my landlord that his safety kid locks, my kids done figured out. I need to get new ones. I wanted to know if I could get a bolt. So I went down and I got this combination lock, and I got these little locks that you kind of like put on a door for the outside, kind of like a shed. Okay, went and got a shed lock. Put it on each and every one of my cabinet doors that I did not want my kids into or my animals into that can harm them. They were not happy about having padlocks. And a lot of people liked that idea because the kids couldn't get into them. They couldn't figure out the combination. I wasn't telling them. And I changed it periodically to numbers that I did not use and were not using on a normal basis. That did not have anything to do with my house or anything. They even tried their own birth dates. Nope. When I did the locks, I made sure it was a number very unique and very off the wall. The last number they would think of. So I made sure it was the hardest number I can come up with. So, that's another safety tip. Here's another safety tips for all you parents out there, too. This holiday season, there are creeps and there are crawlies out there that like to try and snag our children. What I did with my boys for a safety tip on that is I made a statement, a little combination, what gave them an incentive that if this person didn't know the safety word, I wasn't going. And I was calling my mom, and I was calling 911. That's what my kids knew to do. So, my safety tip was run, baby, run. And when they heard run, baby, run, okay, they would ask, well, what's the safety word? And they would go rabbit, or they would go dog or cat, mouse, happy. My son goes, nope. And the words run, baby, run. And he would run and he would scream. And that's how I taught my kids to be safe. So there's a little safety tip if you parents would like to use it, you can. Okay? So for Safety Tip Saturday, here's some extra safety tips here that weren't on Facebook. Every Saturday I'm going to go live, and then every day of the week from about 9 to 9:30 to 10 o'clock, maybe a little later, I will go live to do that day's daily thing. Do you remember what tomorrow is? It's Sunday. Yep, Super Sunday. So tomorrow is Stitch Day. Sunday, Stitch Day. Post your unique stitches and comments here and join along. And let's see your unique things that you created. If you created a blanket or a sweater, it's unique to you. Show it. If you sewed it, show it. It's stitches. Anything that has to do with needle, thread, and stitches. Even if you got a stitch in your finger, it's Sunday Stitch Day. It's crazy. It's wacky. If you got it wacky owie and you wound up having to get stitches because you did it in a wacky way, Sunday Stitch Day. Yeah. But let's not be too hard or in places that are inappropriate, okay? Hands maybe somewhere on your shoulder, your arm, or something like that, okay? Not too dangerous. But if you got stitches in your knee or your foot, let's show that, okay? Inappropriate things will be removed. And I'll have to ban you. I don't want to do that. So, let's have fun. So, for Saturday, for Safety Saturday, find some unique safety tips to post out there in a unique and crazy way. We're all unique and we are all crazy and we all have ideas that are ours and just ours alone. And we all have a way of showing them. Post them here today. Please show me your Safety Tip Saturday. Be careful with your cupboards. And last week, I showed you guys something here for Safety Tip Saturday. Here's something that's a little bitty tip, but I'm going to leave you with. These cupboards with paint sometimes stick in the winter. You see that right there? You know what that is? It's a styrofoam. It's foam. Go down to your craft store. You can go down to the dollar store and they have foam stickers. They even have some sticky peel and stick felt. You can cut a circle out of that, cut a heart, whatever design, a star, and put it there. And then you can close your cupboard doors and they won't stick and you won't get hurt trying to open them in the wintertime or in the change of seasons. So for Safety Tip Saturday, be safe, everyone. Drive safe. Keep your animals and your children safe this holiday season. And please post your wacky, crazy, your unique safety tips here. Looking forward to seeing them. And please subscribe to my page. Because the more subscribers you get, the more I could do this on my phone and not have to record it and send it to you this way. I had to record it and send it to you this way because I couldn't go live today because my computer is charging up as well. So for Safety Tip Saturday, from Krazy Krafty Idea Lady, from Irma McKnight, from my home to yours, may you have a fabulous day, a safe holiday, and may you have a safe drive wherever you're going. Have fun and enjoy.